The Nigeria Prison Service has about 240 holding facilities in the country, one of which is the female prisons in Kirikiri, Lagos. What's life like behind those walls? We visited for an eyewitness account to come along. Behind these walls of the female prison in Kirikiri are 253 inmates as at the day of our visit. They've been brought here for various offences, ranging from domestic to capital, and are expected to go through processes of reformation, rehabilitation and atonement.
The importance of character can give us 1 point. Just 1 point under the importance of character. Your character defines you. Yes.
It determines your destiny and your ultimate destination.
Thank you. Now for us. You know you have offended the rule and regulation of Federal Republic of Nigeria, isn't it?
Yes.
That is why you are being a fine day. And we want lessons, we need to modify your character so that we can integrate you to the society.
A cursory look around shows a well-kept environment with sit-outs, sporting facilities, and a love garden where prisoners of both the Christian and Islamic faith come together to iron out issues.
Christianity and Islam, I do not believe that we should in any way despise one another. I believe in oneness, and that's why I built this. So there is no discrimination amongst us, there's oneness amongst us, and this brings us together. I always tell my inmates, if you have a quarrel with one another, come, sit down in here, and remember that this is what brings us together. This is our bond. This is what makes us one family. So if you sit down, you can talk to each other, you know. Yeah. Like if I'm quarreling with Mrs. Ario now, I say, Mr. Ario, I'm not happy with you. But as we're saying the love garden, we'll talk about it, and then we'll forgive one another.
Life behind these walls is highly regimented. The inmates have their daily routine and strict compliance is expected.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Still line. 82 are waiting trial, waiting for your expressing, sir.
Amen. Thank you. Carry on. We come for inspection to make sure their cells are clean and to be sure that the nets are not torn, the cobwebs keep away the bugs. We just want to make sure that they're living in a healthy environment as a whole. And at the end of everything, we need to show them some love, make them feel very comfortable. I am their mother. I'm not a stranger to them. And so after that, we just show them some sugar, you know. So what we do is go from bed to bed, check and make sure the beds are neat, the sheets are okay, select the best, the cleanest, you know, in order to encourage the others to also try and keep their corners clean. That's all we do.
Efforts put in by the Deputy Controller of Prisons has helped raise the standard of life for inmates here, and she appears to have gained their confidence and appreciation. She speaks on prison service in the country.
In the female prison, I have wonderful staff, disciplined staff who care for my inmates, who I do not refer to as prisoners, but I refer to as residents. Because I feel that a name follows somebody. In the mindset of the residents, let them know that they're here for a while. It's not permanent. They will come, stay for a while, We shall reform them. And at the same time, we are rehabilitating them through our words, through our actions, and then hoping and praying that the justice system will do its work and release them back into the world so that they can be rehabilitated, reunited back with their families, knowing that in the prisons they were shown love. The wardresses in the female prisons are the best ever. Very motherly, very understanding, strict, but loving.
Most of the inmates are undertaking various classes and churning out beautiful products.
And having stayed a while in here, we've come to realize that though we violated the laws of Nigeria in a way, Mom, you've taught us to love those that are persecuting us and to cast all our burdens and worries onto the Lord, for He cares, and likewise you.
And with the prodding of the DCP, a few of them are currently reading for their degree programs at the National Open Universities, while one is reading for a master's degree. Thankfully, the female prison boasts of some level of comfort as a result of individual contributions. However, the justice system cannot be said to have been so just to some of them.
The word I have for the government really is that from the depth of my soul, I wish that people out there that are in the government who have what it takes to take people out of here, because I've been here for 7 years and I have learned a whole lot, and I'm no longer the bookie that first came here. I'm a changed person, and a lot of people can testify to that. And a lot of people are like me too who have changed. This place has been a real good place of reformation. A lot of thanks to Mommy Lizzie Ekbendu, who has done so much. I really pray that God would increase her in all the things that she has done. Now, the government, I wish that they will come in and see for themselves so that they can bring people out of here, because there is a life after here and we need a second chance. So hopefully somebody hears this and does something. I have not been sentenced. I'm still in a waiting trial. I've been in a waiting trial for 4 years now. And my case right now is at the point where I'm supposed to be at judgment. But my judge hasn't delivered his verdict. But I pray that the verdict comes out soon. I'll be for my discharge and acquitted.
Here, the inmates are also encouraged to take part in sporting activities. For those who are drawn to books, there is a functional library to cater for their needs.
I'm reading a book actually, and I come here every day, Mondays to Fridays, to read so that I'll be able to get some things about the academic world.
In order to promote a healthy community, there is a health center which boasts of a fully fitted laboratory.
When an inmate is being brought here, the first step you do is to carry out pregnancy test to ascertain their status. Then you also run an HIV test to also know their status. Somehow, based on doctors' suggestion, we also do AFP that covers tuberculosis so that they don't infect the inmate here.
While the personnel continue with their role in protecting these inmates, the Deputy Controller has a word of advice.
The Nigerian Prison Service is a very, very important and vital system in Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned, they should be the number one on the list of the government, because we cater for very, very important people that the society assume that they're not useful.
The bell rings and it's time to go. It's however ironic that while some of these inmates have found freedom in prison, many in positions of authority have become prisoners of freedom, diverting funds meant for institutions such as this into personal pockets and forgetting that a secured prison means a safer society.